You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Squeeze, double. Going right. Check 50. Get 300.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Throwing is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, box truck.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
32. Hey, 5-0.
Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
30. 180.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
That's good. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
42. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, you block over here. Hey, echo. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Zoom.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, take 26. Y'all playing the wrong.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Switch up, switch. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Stafford. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Second and 5 now. Rodgers. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Let's go, Geedie.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Stafford now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's how we do, G.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 25. Check 25. Yeah, Liz. Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for it. He's got a man. Complete. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
26.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Rodgers now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Stafford. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Middle. Omaha, ready to move.
Hey, turn it up.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again. Stafford, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Exit. 11. Check 3.
The final shot before the break. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Tight, watch left.
59. Bravo.
24 is the money.
From the gun, Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Lions.
Geedie. Geedie.
Watch the backer. 24.
On first down, Stafford here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Detroit.
24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. I'm coming.
Stafford on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, it's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down, Lions.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
We got 4.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. The try here for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Watch the shit. Plant. 150.
52.
Smooth.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Zebra. I smell fear in that offense.
24 is the mic.
Here we go.
24 is the mic. Night, sweetheart.
On 1st down at Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That last completion, certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Hey, 80's yours. 80's yours.
Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
24 is the mic. Zero. Watch the safety creep.
Lions go for it on fourth. It's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You draw quarters.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoop, scoop, scoop.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Detroit.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Play action. Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Here we go.
Zebra.
Tighten up.
Hey.
Motion. 50.
On 4th down, Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it. Good play. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You got 30. Mike 42. Let's go. Let's get this ball back. Put up.
Easy.
Flare.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Watch the edge. Watch twist.
Jump out.
Twist.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Packers on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't